which I'll get to in a minute. Grown folks business, the singles version. Y'all like us too. Y'all don't block us. Grown folks music, y'all like us too. Y'all don't block us. Best damn sports period. Y'all give us some love. Um, Addison Junior High alumni, Cleveland, Ohio. Y'all give us some love. That's all them damn Huff people, Superior Wave Park people. Now, when we get down to these other people, Black Love, Conscious Dating, and all that, they be wanting to know why. Black veterans, vote matter, they be wanting to know why. Black studies and critical thinking, they be wanting to know why. Guess what? Why is because we here to give out some damn information to help y'all. Y'all little groups, can maybe learn something. Y'all can call in, give us some information. Y'all call in, do an interview, give us some input. Uh, bedroom eyes only. No, that's that freaky shit there.
That's a private group.
Yeah, it is a private group. Actually, most of these groups are private. Amy Winehouse, I'm like with a little hookup with one of her little fan clubs. They love us. Let me see. Andy Summers from the Police, he blocked us. The British Invasion, they block us. We talk about British shit on here. I'm talking about somebody from Britain in a few minutes. But we want to thank all the groups and all the individuals who support us, man, and who support No Static Radio. Y'all get this, share it, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your enemies, share it with somebody you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna it's gonna make somebody's life better to hear this shit we up here talking, man. You know that? It's gonna make somebody's life better. And it might not be yours, it might not be mine, but it's gonna make somebody's life better. That's what we do. I mean, my boy be calling in from the 804 by way of 216 by way of Huff Avenue. He always giving us love. Because he say we be teaching. Well, we try to teach. We try to give something away every time we sit here. But, I don't know. If we do or we don't. All I know is I'm doing the best I can as one individual to try to make some type of difference. I'm going to make a song called Some Type of Difference. If it ain't already been made before, then Facebook won't be able to block it. Julian. What's up with Julian, Hustle?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, it's football season, so he's about to pop up. That's for sure. Let me see. Share my story. Shared that already. Yeah. So yeah, Julian, man, I ain't heard from him. I see him pop back up on Facebook. You know, he bouncing back and forth on Facebook, and I don't think he on Instagram. He might be though. Julian Castillo, give us a call, man. I would say it in Spanish, but I don't know how to say them numbers in Spanish. But it's 216-939-5087. I guess that's uno, dos, tres, cuatros, sixto, cinco, seven toes, and eight toes, and nine toes. That's about the best I can do on Spanish. Y'all don't take it personal, okay? I ain't never take Spanish. All Spanish I learned from my Puerto Rican friends. So y'all get mad, oh well. What y'all gonna do to me? Nothing. Yeah, man. Let me see. I don't want to say that share to that page. I'm trying to share it to some people. Trying to share it to some people. A couple of folks I know. Let me see. I'm gonna hit it right here. Put it on my news feed over there. Go for it. Yeah. So we live on this joint.
Yeah.
Bub and Wax on Sports and everything else. So that means we talk about multitudes of stuff. If you don't know what multitudes mean, that mean a lot. You know what? This ain't Crystal Light. I grabbed the wrong stuff off the shelf, bruh. This what is this? It's something else, some goofy stuff, man. What is
That's
it?
the off brand.
It's some brand. You
got the Great Value brand.
Great Value brand. They make some great seasoning for buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Great Value. My dude, I was talking to on the phone. We came up here. Yeah, he hit me to it from down in Virginia. He hit me to it. I'm hooked. I put some chicken wings out before I left. So they're gonna be ready to get some of that buffalo wing seasoning on it, and it's gonna be a wrap. Actually, I need to turn my volume down, but I know I didn't. But yeah, so tell me something, bro. How was the weekend, man? Did you get some chips? Did you knock a chick? Did you do anything that was, I was gonna say out of the ordinary, but all that shit ain't ordinary for you.
I don't know. I didn't even do none of my 1-2. I didn't even get my chips in order like I wanted to, but I didn't even watch the race like I usually do on the weekend. It was down in Daytona too. I ain't do nothing, man. I don't know.
Slipping
Try to
again, bro.
catch me some Z's, I guess. I slept the whole weekend away.
Did you work at the spot over on Detroit?
Yeah, I did one night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, but sometimes we need some rest, bro.
Yeah.
I got I'm trying to figure this out, and I should have asked my dude when I had him on the phone. But I got to call these people. Now today is Monday. I'm having a colonoscopy on Wednesday in the morning.
Yeah.
Now they said I can't eat no food till Wednesday. I said, y'all lying. They lying. Somebody lying. That paperwork they sent me, they lying. Now I understand you can't be drinking no red Kool-Aid, eating a whole bunch of sugar, and I understand that. But you talking about today is the last day I can eat solid food. I don't know what they thinking, but guess who gonna eat some solid food? Me.
Oh,
I just gotta be mad at me.
happened. The stock market going down. My numbers was up. They're going down now, but Tesla did split 3-1 last week. Forgot to say that, but I don't know.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, I don't really feel too comfortable with Elon Musk. I ain't getting none of his Tesla stock, not yet. But it's done split. Everybody split and making that stock affordable. But I don't think I'm gonna mess with Elon just right now. It's too early in the game for me. I don't be liking his ideas.
Actually, I said Julian, and guess who popped up as soon as I went to this damn share thing? Julian. Uh, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how Elon Musk's father having sex with his adopted daughter and giving her babies.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm trying to figure out. His father like 90. I mean, I ain't saying you can't be working it at 90, but
multitasking, getting my lives popping, just run these badges up, get this paper.
Yeah, that's right. He over there on what you on over there?
On Instagram, on my Instagram.
On the Unknown Sound?
Yeah,
Unknown Sound Records. They on Instagram.
We on Instagram, we on Facebook, I'm multitasking, I'm all over the place. It is what it is. Let's run them badges up though, I know that.
Yeah, do them badges, do them badges.
Yeah.
Like they said in that movie, we don't need no stinking badges. Well, guess what? We need some stinking badges. So run them badges up. That was a classic. Always. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna use that line anytime and every time. 216-939-5087 is the number. I will play. See, I'm looking at this 5087. But the 6710. We ain't gonna tell y'all what that number means to us.
Yeah.
But that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. And let me say, and I'm trying to get these people to be a sponsor. Sub City, they had their grand opening last week.
Yeah.
Up at Cedar and Lee, right across from Cleveland Heights High School. Okay. Sub City, they got great subs. My nephew went there. And who else? My nephew went there. One of his sons went there. I know a couple of people who went there. They say the subs are very good. So, yeah. And that's a black-owned business. We already talked about black-owned businesses and beyond. And so y'all in Cleveland Heights, y'all like subs, we know they got Grums down there on Coventry, which Grums is like a freaking delicacy that you can't eat every day. Yeah. But Sub City is up on Lee Road and Cedar. So check them out, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check. We're gonna go up there one day and check them out. And don't forget about what the name of Dave's spot. Me and Dave new spot. Oh, they my nephew said they got a hell of a steak Philly cheese and steak.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Because then they got to make your own type of things. I said, you know what? I can get that smothered in onions, mushrooms, and then have some hamburger put on top of it. It's all beef, ain't it? And
Yeah.
I'll be eating all that, man, with some cheese on it, some white American cheese, and some what you call that shit? Um,
Pepper jack out of the way, man. I gotta have pepper jack.
oh, that
cheese,
pepper
man.
jack. I can't. Nah, not on my sub sandwich. I'll be
Yeah.
tripping.
Pepper jack.
But
Great thing.
y'all make sure y'all check out Sub City.
I like spicy. Yeah.
Let me see. I know I got this stuff to read about COVID and monkeypox and trauma recovery center. That's important. Y'all missed out on the free food. Y'all gotta wait till next month, first and third Saturday, first and third Saturday of every month, 6812 Woodland. 6812 Woodland, free groceries and much more. Put on by Major Care Ministries, Williams Temple Church of God Christ, and the Greater Cleveland Area Food Bank. Every first and third Saturday every month from 10 to 2, free hot bell at 11. They got clothes for kids and adults, free. All that shit free. Everything I just said on there, free.
That's the best price. Free.
The best price in the world. Y'all need to get over there. Joe Caldwell. What's up, man? Joe Caldwell is good people. Kimberly Morrow. Good afternoon, fellas. Hey, Kimberly Morrow. I seen your friend today. She worked at the bakery in Dave's. I can't think of her name, but I know her because she grew up down the way on 66. But she grew up down the way on the other end of 66 by the old Lee Park swimming pool that don't exist no more. Joe Caldwell, what's going on, Joe? The Browns, where my Browns schedules at? They must have took all of them. The Browns, oh, they're going one over there. All right, the Browns are going to win 11 games. For every game Deshaun Watson is suspended, I say the Browns will win 11 games. Now, they're not going to win 11 in a row. I'm not saying that. But the total at the end of the season will be 11 wins for the Cleveland Browns. That should be enough to win this division because it's a tough-ass division and get into the playoffs.
What happened? Preseason. Didn't have preseason game this
Yeah,
weekend?
they just the last one. They actually went for 2 points on the last play of the game and they lost 21-20. So, but they were down like 21 to like 3 when Jody Brissett was in there. And then they put Dobbs in there from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And just like Dobbs did the last game, Dobbs got to find that pill and they came back. So I think Dobbs, and I told my brother this yesterday. Okay, Brissett, he been in the league for a while and he done quarterback some teams. And Dobbs been in the league a shorter period of time, like maybe 3 years. But don't be surprised if Dobbs end up being the starting quarterback before Deshaun Watson get back. And when Deshaun Watson come back, if he rolling, they ain't gonna take him out. They gonna leave him in the game. Trauma Recovery Center. If you got any type of things going on, violence. Let me see.
Hit me up, Wes. I see Wes on my Instagram. We all over.
Wes, we don't need no mess, but hit us up over here on the east. But yeah, violence can affect all parts of your life. Sometimes in ways you can't see. Violence can affect the way you eat, sleep. It can cause you to lose focus, feel angry, afraid, use drugs and alcohol as a way to escape. Violence does not have to keep hurting. You can change your life starting now. Starting right now with the help from the Trauma Recovery Center. Trauma Recovery Center, take control of your life today. 24/7. They offer services in safety against domestic violence, bullying, emotional support, food, clothes, and much more. You can call 216-644-5487. 216-644-5487. We don't say nothing else that's important. And somebody in need of these type of services, call that number. Outside of the number we giving you to call here, that's the most important number I'm going to say today. Unless I hit the number in the pit 5 at night. Then I'm going to really say something. That's 24/7, man. 7 days a week is confidential. If you're going through something, if you're feeling something, just call that number. Call Trauma Recovery Center. 644-5487. That's 216 area code. Thank you very much. I want to say Jason. What's Jason's last name? Jason Morrow. Jason Morrow is a championship boxer. And he my little cousin. I guess he would be my a third generation cousin. Because his grandma is my first cousin. Her son, Justin, is my second cousin. And that's his son, Justin's son, Jason. Well, he's my third cousin, but he be knocking people out. He a little guy too, man. He gonna be knocking people out for a long time. He already got a belt.
Yeah.
He got a belt. He gonna be knocking people out for years to come. COVID ain't going nowhere, bro. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I know that.
COVID has not left. It's here. Keep doing those things, man. Wash your hands. Avoid, close contact with people. Ain't nobody got to be no close talker all the time. And if that woman don't want you whispering in her ear, don't. Let me say this again. I said this a little while back, a couple of years ago when the COVID started. You be wondering why your friends don't be wanting to talk to you, but all of a sudden you wearing a mask. That should tell you why they don't want you up close and in their face. Keep wearing that mask for that stinky breath. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth when you can. Stay home when you're sick. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze into your elbow, not your hands. If you do it in your hands, you might go touch somebody and you spread the germs. You might just give them a cold or the flu. You might not give them COVID, but that's still nasty. Clean and disinfect. Frequently touch objects, doorknobs, light switches, whole bunch of stuff. Do the inside of your car with them wipes. Wipe them down. This is brought to you by the CDC.gov/COVID-19. Brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters. This station, what do you call this station? No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. And all that stuff I said, the same thing, it go for monkeypox. You know where monkeypox is exploding that more than anywhere else, bro? And don't think I'm just saying this, people, because I'm saying it. I've read it a couple of times in a couple of places. The numbers are very high in Fulton County. Atlanta is sitting in the middle of Fulton County. I ain't trying to make fun of nobody. I ain't trying to knock nobody. What you do is what you do. But y'all need to be careful. Because monkeypox is different. Monkeypox had your ass looking like a monkey. A monkey that done got beat up trying to steal some bananas from a gorilla.
It's like that. You remember that cartoon where Bugs Bunny used to tell dude how many lumps you want? Yeah, monkeypox.
One or two. And then they say two. And then Bugs Bunny bashed their head all over there. They had about 6, 7 lumps. I ain't asked for 6. And, especially Yosemite Sam, he get him with it all the time. Yeah. He be having like birds flying around his head, hearing noises. That's a good one though. I sent out some stuff cause I don't know where I found it, but it's on my Instagram page, and it got a lot to do with show these little reels from the Little Rascals. Yeah. And I just started sending them to people yesterday because I love them. I think they're funny. You might not think they're funny. People who I send them to. If you don't want me to send them to you, you can say it. Send me a message. You can call me now at 216-939-5087. Say, quit sending me that Little Rascal stuff. I don't know what it is. It's black and white. And because I was looking at this one yesterday and I sent it out too. It when the fat dude, Chubby Upsy, was trying on all the hats. And then he put on one hat and Farina said, no, you can't wear that. That's an Undertaker hat. The big stove top hat.
Yeah, and he got the ugliest hat, though.
Yeah.
Then sat on it.
And sat on it. But then I was looking at something when they hit Farina with that side view. Yeah. And he got all them plaits with the little shits tied in his head up top. The kind of shit they do now. And it was like 1940 something. Kodak. But his hair was cut and lined and waves, everything on the sides and going up to them Kodak black braids.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this bro is more in tune with today than these people is out here today.
Yeah.
They stealing stuff.
Yeah. I didn't even know I was doing that back then.
Oh, they was doing it.
Ribbons and everything tied. Yeah.
Tied in there, and that was the boy Farina. That's what they called him. That was Buckwheat's older brother. And guess who else was related to him? Why all the black people was related? Stymie. Stymie had on a cool ass bowler hat. That's what they call those hats. Stymie was a bowler.
Yeah.
And Stymie kept his hat on his head. Farina ain't wear no hat. Buckwheat had plaits too, didn't
he? Yeah.
So whoever braided Buckwheat had braided Farina's too. I didn't say this. This is new. Introducing an epic and what does this shit say? An epic and drama dramatization. That's what that say. They got a lot of words in there, man. Dramatization. I can't breathe. The state of mind determines each step you take and your final destination. We are the change we want to be. We are the women you inspire to be. We are the unapologetic 12. That's this organization. They used to have a show on here, didn't they, at one time?
Yeah.
The unapologetic 12. Well, they got like some type of deal with a film group I have read before.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. They, I was hearing about that.
And this is their first work, I guess. It's an introduction, a riveting, powerful story about four women who were convicted of crimes, released, and they're trying the trying journey. That's not how you spell that, trying. If you don't like use that word trying in that space, but the trying journey each one faced after returning to society that reconvicts, judges, while hindering the process of becoming the productive member of society, excuse me. The play will make you cry, laugh, evoke anger, most importantly, change mindset and opinions about the restored citizens. It's Wednesday, September 24th, 9226, St. Clair. That's Cleveland, Ohio, 44108. I guess we'll be saying this again. It's time for 5 to 7 tickets, $20. You can call Keisha Green, 216-509-2168. Gay Lisa Carr, 216-299-6187. Y'all call them people. So somebody wrote this play. They about to do this. They had a show on here. They done moved on, but they still give us love. So all you'll be hearing on all the No Static Radio formats, along with our sponsors, the Mount Avenue Wine, Cleveland Rugby Club, and Media Q exclusively, or Media exclusively, whatever that shit is. I get the MediaQ.com is an app that you can download to listen to us, like Mixler, Mixcloud, and TuneIn.com. So excuse me. Why my shit stop? There go my shit right there. Gay Lisa, call. What's up? I need you to call this number, Gay Lisa, 216-939-5087. Gay Lisa, you can come in here and shout us out about I Can't Breathe. It's an epic dramatization. I Can't Breathe. I'm all with y'all and on y'all team about how people be convicted and when they come back out, and the recidivism rate of people that come out of penitentiaries and they recommit crime because, like you say, it's stigmas out here, and it's things that's holding people back from getting a job, from being successful. I mean, a lot of people that do one number, they don't want to go back and do two. I'm telling you. But if it ain't nothing out here for them, they gonna do what they know how to do. The 1-2 is the 1-2. Ain't nothing changed about that.
Some people don't want to go back and do two. Some
people
want to brag about how many numbers
they got. Yeah. I know folks like that. I know folks when I was a little kid, They ain't never getting out. But they did 3, 4 times, and the last time they went, it's over. Never getting out. The recidivism rate in this country is too freaking high. And you know what communities it affect the most? Black, brown, Latino. Uh-oh. Somebody about to get a platform, a real platform, and it ain't might not be flat and it might not be whole, but call in and tell us your name, where you calling from. Talk to me.
This is Gay Lisa Carr calling in.
I just hold on 1 second. I don't mean to cut you off. I just want you to call in and say, "Where my T-shirt at?" See? Yeah, I got you, didn't I? No, y'all, this Gay Lisa, one of the unapologetic 12 that we just talked about this play that y'all gonna go see. Y'all gonna spend some money on it, and y'all gonna tell your friends about it. Go ahead. How you doing?
Yeah. I am doing well, doing well, doing well. We appreciate y'all. We are family. You know, like you said, I was there before and just continuing to do the work. And then the play, I can't breathe. Is this how you described it? We're talking about after incarceration when we're trying to, well, when we have done and great strides. And one thing we haven't done is reconvicted ourselves. And they say change the narrative. No, we're correcting the narrative about the offender. So this is a play about 4 women and their struggles. You know, 2 are successful, 1 relapses, and 1 goes back to prison. So those are kind of the numbers. And we're just out here putting that message out along with other messages just about loving people. You know, we don't have enough love going on. And of course, that was always our thing when I was there before, spreading love unapologetically. So we appreciate you guys. And I just wanted to call in and we'll get you a T-shirt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'll get the T-shirts up there to you. I know you have the last ones, right?
Oh yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
You met me out in Euclid,
Yeah.
and when I picked it up.
Yes, we did.
So
Yes,
big,
we met
so
at
big.
Speedway. Yes, we did.
And I ain't win no money. I spent about
Yes,
$100
we
and some
did.
dollars on scratch off waiting for you and didn't win nothing. But actually, I must say, when you left, I went in there, and this was a minute ago. I went in there and I bought 1 ticket. I'm talking about 1 more ticket. And that damn ticket was $500. You wouldn't see nobody speed out of Speedway so damn fast. I ran out of Speedway.
Timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Everything. Well, we gonna try. You know, Miss Decisive Marie gonna have this. It was sitting up here, so I said I know she put it out here. So this should be read on every freaking platform on this outlet. No Static Radio, Voice of the Revolution. And it's the 24th, so we gonna get to read it out a couple of times ourselves. Y'all gonna put something online where I can share with we can share with our people. Put something online.
Well, we're the Unapologetic 12 on all platforms. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
I don't do TikTok.
And our email is theunapologetic12@gmail.com.
Oh, okay. Well, we gonna get it out there, and I'm definitely gonna share it with my folks. Cause you know, once you take off, y'all gonna take this on the road and get some money.
Absolutely, yes.
And then y'all give me and Hustle Carter some money.
We certainly appreciate you.
No problem. We appreciate y'all too and all the work y'all doing. For people that's coming home from prison and people that's still in prison that need to be fought for because the well, I ain't gonna say criminal justice, but the penal system. That's what I'm thinking of. The penal system full of shit. In this state and a lot of them. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know a couple of people in Angola. Do you know this one cat? He robbed a liquor store. Do you know how much time they gave him in Angola? They gave him 70 years. and he had to do 50 for one armed robbery. Angola, they don't play down there in Louisiana. And I'll be wondering, is that the only damn prison down there? Everybody going, that's a plant, it's a plantation, and you gotta go out there and work the field. But I know you hit the Angola.
See murder.
Yeah, it's very antiquated. A lot of places are like that. Ohio, we are as well. But we're a demonstration state. That's the thing I like about it.
Yeah, we gonna
so
fight.
Once we demonstrate, yes, other states pick up.
Well, they need to demonstrate down there in Louisiana. Boosie Badass. Boosie Badass be talking about a whole lot of shit. And he was locked up down there. But he don't be talking about getting them brothers out of there. See murder.
No, that's the thing.
Now, that's okay. Thing. If we come together as a unit, if we fight for one cause, like just the recidivism rate in this country among blacks, we'll be successful. And then if we just decide that, okay, now we're gonna take on this voter stuff, we will be successful. We just gotta get get on one thing, settle it, get it straightened out, and then get something else. Because if everybody all over the place trying to do their own thing as individuals, ain't nothing gonna get straightened out.
Yeah, I don't understand that concept at all. I really don't.
But that's okay.
What, 70 million incarcerated or past incarcerated, and that's my whole goal now is we have to correct the narrative. You know, we have a bill out, especially this year. They are trying to give us pardons and fill our records. A lot of people don't even know anything about it. But we have to come together with the numbers because, of course, it's specifications. They're only going to pardon and seal certain convictions, which doesn't make sense.
No, you can't pick and choose what you want to do now in that game.
Absolutely.
I can't see you doing that. You got to either do it all the way across the board or don't do none.
Yes. And that is one of the components of the play. And that's what we're going all over Ohio. We're in Dayton, October 27th. And that's one of the components. The biggest component is voting. But we're going to do it through artistic expression.
Well, tell Dave Chappelle when y'all down there to come see that shit. Or you want me to tell Dave?
Now, you know I be trying to talk to everybody, Dave Chappelle, everybody. Yes.
Well, and D.L. Hughley, I need to talk to him. Because I think I'm about to go back on start doing stand-up again. I need to get on somebody's tour as an opening act. Because I got some, you know what? And I be thinking of all these great jokes. Now y'all should see the one when I be talking about, you know, the hot cup of coffee. And oh man, it's so funny. Y'all laugh dead. I want to sell it to Chappelle or somebody.
But you got to start your own tour, though. You can't just go on D.L. Hughley tour and think you're going to be headlining.
Well, I ain't Monique. I ain't trying to go out there and headline D.L. Hughley tour. We cool and everything, and I know most of the security, but I ain't going to say my name is bigger on the banner in here. Don't nobody know my ass. Shit.
And I tell you, I hate to interrupt you, but you can come to the play and you can do something on stage for us. How about that?
That'll be a good opening. That'll get me warmed up.
I guarantee you. Come and warm up, open up, and be the MC and open up, and there you go.
Well, all I know is
that's why I called in today.
Somebody gonna be in trouble.
Why I called in.
Well, if y'all need me, I'll be there. I'll come and talk.
I'm definitely gonna guarantee that you're needed.
What day is this on? It's 24th. That's Monday.
On a Saturday.
That's the Saturday.
24th on a Saturday.
Okay, well I don't go out doing
in Cleveland, around the corner,
on 92nd and St. Clair. I'm trying to figure out what's over there. But it don't make no difference.
We're gonna talk later.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
We will, for sure. Ain't no doubt. We'll talk. Thank you for calling in, though. And we're going to keep pumping this because we need people to get their asses in the seats. That's what we talking about. So we can continue to grow.
We're not selling tickets at the door. That's why we want everybody to have their tickets. We're trying to get them. We're not selling them at the door.
Well,
so everybody needs to get their tickets.
That's what everybody else doing. You need to get them at advance. I don't know no place to sell tickets at the door no more. None.
Yes.
Everybody, if you ain't got no ticket on your phone or in your hand, guess what? You ain't coming in.
You ain't coming in.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
But there again, thanks for calling.
Yeah.
We about to drag Miss Freeman on this show. She's slipping.
Okay.
Hope she's feeling better. She said she had pneumonia though before, but she's slipping. 216-939-5087 is the number. Miss Freeman, you know the number. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, Miss Carr, for calling in.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Talk to you soon.
For sure.
Thank you so much again.
You know it.
Right. No Static Radio, best in the land, y'all.
The voice of the revolution. We the best.
Absolutely.
Have a great one. Okay, you too. Let me see.
All right.
We got to get our rest in pieces off. Lenny Cool Dawson, he played quarterback. Actually, he's from Ohio.
Yeah.
When he first came to the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers cut him. The Cleveland Browns actually cut him because they had Milt Plum and Otto Graham and all these other great quarterbacks that's in the Hall of Fame. So he went to Kansas City, where they was in Dallas then. Then they moved to Kansas City the next year, here in the Hall of Fame. Then Dawson he won the first Super Bowl. Remember when they had the merger, the AFL and NFL? Yeah. Kansas City beat Minnesota in the first Super Bowl. Because Green Bay won the first two and Kansas City won Super Bowl III. And Kansas City had all them players from HBCU. Buck Buchanan, Willie Lanier, Otis Pitts, all these dudes in the Hall of Fame, man. And that's when black kids went to HBCUs like they doing now. And I appreciate that. But Lynn Dawson was cool. Roderick Parker. Roderick Parker was on TV, and he actually, he wasn't on TV. He was the principal of a high school. Yeah. The last few years, and the crazy part about it is he was 47 years old, but he got himself in a position to do what he did, being a role model by playing football. He played in the NFL for like 7 years. Yeah. Got his foundation. He wasn't one of them ones that you seen on TV all the time. Well, he did. He went and made sure he got his education. He got his master's degree. He got a doctorate, and he was the principal of a high school. And he passed away. They said they found him dead, man. People like that, man. I guess God brings you home when it's His time, not yours. But he was doing some stuff, some good stuff. Let me see who else we got. I got him. Jerry Ellison. Jerry Ellison, y'all probably don't even know him, but y'all can Google him. Like we power back Google, you can power up Google and find who Jerry Ellison is. Jerry Ellison was the drummer for Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Jerry Ellison was one with the Crickets and Buddy Holly. There was three of them. And they was one of the first group of people inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Buddy Holly died in an airplane crash in 59, I'm trying to say. But the music he left behind was like fabulous. And he had a chance to, he tried to give his seat up to a young man who in the Country Music Hall of Fame now, named Waylon Jennings, on the tour, Cedar Falls, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, somewhere up there, and it was snowing. And Waylon Jennings was like, they swapped seats. And if Buddy Holly wouldn't have got on that plane, he would have lived. Waylon Jennings would have died. But either way, the Big Bopper was on there, Richie Valens, all of them is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too, come to think of it. But Jerry Ellison was the drummer for Buddy Holly and the Crickets, because all their stuff been sampled by a lot of people. You know what? And if you ever seen that movie, The Buddy Holly Story, was Gary Busey in that? Yeah, he was. He was Buddy Holly. And he I'm sitting on park benches playing with himself with his pants down now. What a disgrace. But he made so much money out of the movies that he made like in the 80s in the 90s. He ain't got work no more. He can sit on the bench with his pants down all he wants, Gary Busey. Stop it. But overdubbing. Buddy Holly was the first person who did it, and he did it in the studio, and he added strings and stuff to his music, which he was playing rock and roll. But Buddy Holly got some great love songs. He was the first, and he was the first person credited with overdubbing. And I was like, people don't know that? Google it. Buddy Holly was a very good man. I love Buddy Holly. I love his music. His name was Creed Taylor. He was 92 years old. He was a jazz man. He was a jazz musician. He was a jazz producer, writer. He knew your boy, Russ, that passed away down from here, that got his name over there on the Tri-C building.
Yeah, Tommy Lipoma.
Yep, he knew him. They worked together. Creed Taylor was 92. Joe E., his name is Joe E. Tata. He's 85. He was the principal on 90210 Beverly Hills, the first one, not the second one. And I never watched that show. And people that, I guess it was what they call a cottage industry, because they started having T-shirts and spin-offs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There was one dude that was on there who I knew, Luke, what's his name, Luke Perry?
Yeah.
Because he was everywhere. I ain't know nobody else on that show. I don't know who else was on it. All I know is very popular. It's about Orange County and rich people in Beverly Hills. And everybody in Orange County ain't rich.
I be trying to think about it, but what's the name keep coming to? Every time I think about it, it just what's the name pop up in my head. The damn Saved by the Bell people.
Screech.
Yeah.
And all those people.
Zach. Yeah.
Zach and Screech and
that was probably the best high school.
That was better than 90201 or whatever,
yeah.
10. Saved by the Bell, man, was good. And then when they brought it back, it was still good.
Every time somebody mentioned 90210, I don't know why Saved by the Bell popped in my head.
Because Saved by the Bell was a better show. There was a lot of better shows. The Facts of Life was better than that.
Yeah.
Joe E. Tata, he was 85. He passed away. Let me see. His name was Ashvin Luximon. Luximon. He was 38 years old. And he was a big star in England, and he played on this show. And it played over here on HBO called The East Enders. He was one of the big stars in that. I think The East Enders just went off the air a few years ago. But he passed away. He was 38 years old. And finally, this lady here, her name is Mabel Johns. She was 91. Anybody can call in here and tell me what Mabel Johns, who she was, what she did. Of course, the way we roll up here, she was in the entertainment business. But she was the first female who Berry Gordy started working with at Motown. Before Diana Ross, before the Marvelettes, before all of them, was Mabel Johns. She was actually started off as his secretary. And she was cool with his sister. She was 91 though when she passed away. But you know how Motown was the voice of young America and that type of music, that wasn't her style. So Berry Gordy released her from her contract. And guess where she went? She went to Stax Records. And when she got down to Stax Records, you know who she hooked up with? I always talk about them. I always talk about these two dudes because to me they was two of the biggest pillars in Stax Records. Isaac Hayes and David Porter. David Porter, The Masquerade is over, and we all know who Isaac Hayes is. And I ain't talking about Shab, I'm talking about his music. But they wrote, where's the song at? They wrote for Mabel Johns. And they wrote she had some hits. I was like, oh, okay, that was her singing that. And of course, when somebody had a hit way back then, somebody else gonna redo it. And they ain't gonna do it right. But when she went down to Stax Records, she had a long career. She was from Detroit, but she made a home down there. She went back to Detroit to take care of her mother, though, when her mother got sick. But when I came across that one, I was like, man, the first lady of Motown. And then she left and went down to Stax and hooked up with my boys, David Porter and Isaac Hayes. That was that was something that I was like, damn, that was freaking interesting, very interesting. You got a good thing. No, she said your good thing is about to end. That was her biggest hit. And you know what that was about. She was about that was calling Tyrone before calling Tyrone came out. So she said your good thing is about to end. And, if you can look that song up, you can pull it up, you can listen to it. Maybe John 91, the first female artist signed to Motown by Berry Gordy. Oh, and her brother was Little, and he was the first Little, I guess. Because back then, remember they had Little Richard and what was Little Walter? And all y'all wasn't the first Little Bow Wow and Boosie. Y'all wasn't the first Lil. They had some Lils back there. They spelled them the same damn way, too. The illiterate way, Lil. But Little Willie John was her brother. Yeah. And he did jazz and blues. And he was very popular. And their family came out of Detroit. And one thing else about Mabel, his sister, she sang with the Rayettes. Ray Charles, his backup singer, sang with him for about 7 years and toured with them. So, I mean, that's like all history. It's all just bubbled into one ball that when you stumble upon this type of stuff, you just gotta like, for me, well, I just gotta like feed into it and breathe it and let it just come inside of me because it's history. It's our history that they did not steal. But I want to go back to this. Lil Bow Wow, Lil Boosie, Lil Baby, any other Lils. Lil Baby cool. I got Lil Baby shit on here though, for sure. You know that. But the Lil Baby acting up. But
y'all need to stay off of social media with all that. All them shenanigans y'all doing.
I don't know what the hell. They be on there acting up too, man. Benny the Butcher and what's his name? Freddie whatever. They acting up, man. Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher. Y'all tripping. But Lil Walter, if y'all look at that movie, what was it? The one that Eddie James came out and said Beyonce can't fucking sing or something. Cadillac Records. Lil Walter was the one. He was one of the greatest harmonica mouth organ players ever. And
G Trill.
We all know Lil Richard.
Get at me, G Trill.
We know what? Lil Richard was the only one to spell his all the way out little. Yeah. Because Richard was special. And Richard kept telling me, y'all stole my shit. And he sued him. He got paid before he died. And
supposed to.
Oh yeah, Lil Richard Richard wrote that shit. They couldn't prove they wrote that shit. Richard had the paper. He had shit on napkins, on toilet paper. They couldn't prove Lil Richard Pennyman didn't write that stuff. Let me see. Oh, let's do some other stuff. But yeah, that Mabel Johns, man. All y'all rest in peace, man. Because that's like history, man. It's history. I'm gonna do some NBA stuff real fast. The Cavs, y'all gonna do real good when the season starts. Vanessa Bryant, she got $16 million for that one police officer who was on the scene, or he was a highway patrol worker. He was on the scene, and he took pictures of the crash site of Kobe Bryant and them, and Kobe Bryant's daughter, and those other people, right then and there after the crash, and then he put them out for people to see. Vanessa Bryant, she sued him. She made him get rid of all the copies, take it down, and she got $16 million. That's good, Vanessa Bryant. Kobe Bryant, man, it was just the year anniversary of his passing not too long ago, too. Torian Prince, Tayshaun Prince's cousin. Torian Prince got busted
Yeah.
for he had weed. He had what else he had?
Uh-huh.
He got off the plane and they just said, "Come on, you come this way, bro. Come on." And he didn't have none of the stuff
On
on,
the plane.
but they had because he had weed, cocaine, he had a bunch of stuff. How you gonna get busted? You this big NBA player. You ain't playing for the Minneapolis Timberwolves no more, 'cause they gonna cut you. And you getting busted for drugs. They said big drug bust, big drug dealer. Like, okay, Torian Prince, if you didn't follow your cousin Tayshaun's shoes, Tayshaun won some championships with the damn Pistons. He was with the Pistons when they had Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot, and all them. But oh well, okay, they talk about serious jail time for him, bro. Let me see. Chet Holmgren. He was the number 2 pick in this year's draft. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He played 1 year at Gonzaga. He's about 7 feet and he can play. He was playing in a summer league game and he tore something in his ankle or foot. He out for the whole season. But NBA contract is guaranteed, even though he ain't even signed no contract yet, bro.
That was somebody, one dude, G Trill, said they did the same to Juice WRLD. Now he dead, for playing like that. He ate all that stuff, though. Juice WRLD ate all that.
What's his name? It was somebody I was reading too. They died because they start eating the balloons with dope in it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them do, and then they shit it out when they get through. But they said the bags busted inside this person. They said you should have seen the damn person, what they look like. They look too good, I know. Mules, that's what they call them, mules.
Yeah.
Well, let me see where I want to go. But I would say this. Thank Gay Lisa Carr for calling in. Mace, what you doing sending text?
Man? Where is Roland?
Roland from University Heights, man.
I ain't heard him call in a minute.
Roland from University Heights, call in.
Yeah, you went MIA on us, man. Roland be schooling us, man. He knows sports, man. He be on
Roland knows his stuff. He on the Indians. I didn't see what the Indians record was at this time, but they played Seattle. I think they lost 2 out of 3 in Seattle. They're going to Oakland. They're going to win down there. Yeah, Chet Holmgren was checking LeBron in the summer league game, Mace. And yeah, Gary Busey had the motorcycle accident. He fell and cracked his head. But that don't mean he got to be sitting on park benches today with his pants down playing with himself out in L.A. And he did it I think he did it in Virginia. He got popped up there. He had some charges in Virginia. No, bro, he can't do that. But 216-939-5087 is the number to call in. It's the Bub and Wax Show. We talk about sports and everything else. As you see what Gay Lisa Carr called in, and she talked about the stage play I Can't Breathe. We talk about everything. We ain't gonna say that. That's somebody else used to use those lines. We'll talk about everything, even your mama. Actually, we used to use that line when we was at the other station. That was one of my lines back at the other station. But Torian Prince got busted. Rasheed Wallace, he came up, and he's pretty smart too, because him, Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, they was all on one team, and they was all 22 years old or younger, the Washington Bullets, and they broke that team up. And Juwan Howard said if they wouldn't have broke that team up, they would have gave Jordan them a run for their money.
Yeah.
And I agree. Yo, I ain't got nothing to say.
Yo.
G Trill. That's my dude.
What's happening, man? Call
in.
in then. What's happening? You might win. What's happening with you?
What's up with you?
I didn't know I was entering a contest. I was like, yo, I seen Unknown Sounds on them, and I gotta go check them out. I gotta go check this radio show. I gotta call in.
Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, man.
Well, what you be doing? You know Hustle Carter.
Yeah, that's one of the artists with the label, man.
You know what I have seen that. I would say, you know my boy, What's Ja? 1800 SOS?
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, y'all,
100, yes, yes.
you could come in here and sit on this mic across from me, like Ja. Then you just can't eat all the food up, man. Ja come, he be hungry, man. You don't be giving him nothing to eat, man.
Yeah. I don't even give him nothing to give him munchies. He's just hungry.
Oh, okay.
He's a grown man.
That one peppermint been sitting here this whole time. If Ja was here, it'd have been gone.
It would have been gone.
So what's happening with you, young fella?
Hey man, just enjoying life, just looking out our window and being grateful, man. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? And enjoying the journey. You know.
Well, you got anything new out there that the people on No Static Radio need to hear about? And where is it located at? Where can we find you at? We know we can find you on Unknown Sound.
Yeah, so
definitely on Unknown Sound.
Artist. Yeah, so I make music. I'm an artist. I go by G Trill, G-Trill. So you can find me anywhere on all platforms. And shout out to Hustle because he promotes my music and we're going up. And something that I'm really doing now beyond my music is I'm actually reviewing people's music every night. I go on TikTok Live and I listen. And people submit. They pay for submissions. I listen to their songs front to back, and I give them actual guidance feedback and help them get to the next step. Like not necessarily like career changing steps, but I do give them coachable quick hits. So, like for example, if somebody's not, singing the song with confidence, I'll let them know because they don't know themselves, Or if they don't know that they need a mix, I let them know. I give them like simple tips, but very, very important.
Well, if we stick together and we share with each other, we ain't gotta hoard all the glory. Help somebody else out. You don't know where you don't know where you're gonna meet them at on that ladder, going up or going down. So you G Trill, exactly. I'm glad you ain't Lil Trill, cause there's too many Lils out here. I'm confused.
But Lil Trill, somebody told me to say my name like that, but nah, they keep it a G.
Let me ask you a question, cause you in that game, man, and that you in a good game. So what do you think about Sergio and Jeffrey down there in Fulton County with the RICO charges?
I think that the life. I think that they had an opportunity. I mean, look, I don't know anything about their lives specifically. I know that of course, probably still do some type of illegal stuff because it doesn't seem like they'd be in jail if they weren't. And at the end of the day, I find it really, really, sad because the people that we look up to as musicians, like especially Young Thug is huge and Gunna exploded. We look the people who are younger than me, and I mean, everybody looks up to him, but even the younger kids now that I see this, but it's kind of sad because people like Lil Pump, he didn't go to jail. He just fell off. You know what I'm saying? But people who go to jail, they look so bad for the community because you expected so much. Now these people are in jail. It's honestly sad. I think it's an embarrassment. I think they know that because with all the success, going to jail is kind of an L. It's like it's really, really an embarrassment. If they now, it just is to me. To be honest, I think it's just sad. I really pray for them.
That's what we got to do, man.
They can't be an example anymore for this rap game of the nation. I feel like
Young Thug was very talented.
But just like Young Thug even said in the Lil Baby documentary that's about to come out, there's Young Thug talking about Lil Baby, and was like they said, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Gunna, they was making money before they was making rap. So this is what I'm saying about this part of what I'm saying.
They was in the other game.
They was doing this before they started rapping. There's a lot of people don't understand that part about it. Like, people was gangbanging and RICOing and slanging before they was rapping. So they still doing it while they rapping.
Well, you know what? And this for both of y'all. Anybody else at 216-939-5087 if you're listening. Check this out.
Yeah.
I was reading this morning. It's an article in the LA Times. And you can pull it up online. And if you can get it through Newsbreak, but it's on the LA Times, and it's an article. I can't think of the lady's name, black girl. She wrote it, and it's called "America Loves Rap, Not Black People." This article is so fucking deep, man, and I'm like, wow. And I mean, and when I first read it, I was like, wait a minute, now they tripping. They tripping for real now, 'cause they trying to start some race shit again. We already got Trump starting race shit over there, talking about storming shit.
But and all that, it's about money shit.
But they said, but when I read and started reading the article, I was like, damn, this girl done did some research, she done put in some work, and she didn't ask Fat Joe no questions.
I mean, if you look at it entertainment perspective, I mean, if you look at it from that view, you could see how maybe I think that it's very interesting. That's kind of a shock value, that title. Like I think it's interesting, and I think in some places it's wrong. I think in some places could be right. And in some places it's still wrong.
I don't like to give people homework, because if you don't do it right, I'm gonna be mad. And I used to be a teacher. But no, read the article, man, for real, man. Read it, check it out, check the writer out, black girl, and then next week call in. The name of the article is "America Loves Rap, Not Black People." And we ain't gonna do Labor Day. We're gonna be somewhere eating barbecue.
I don't know. We can bring the barbecue here. I don't know.
We're gonna be somewhere eating barbecue. Well, my nephew cooking it. He already told me. I told him,
so I don't know.
And you know what? You want us to get Bub to get a slab going too?
Bub be lying, man.
Now, he cooked me a nice slab.
Yeah, Bub be talking like Fat Joe, man.
You start thinking about rap though, like beyond the color, like of people like involved in the music, and I really wonder what's next. I'm thinking like in my head, like what's gonna evolve it, because all the sounds are so overlapping, and I think it's always been like this probably until somebody comes out with a new sound.
Well, no, I have to disagree with you, because I would say it wasn't overlapping until maybe late 90s, and there was still some good stuff out there that you could find, because it's something out there now that you could find that's completely different. It's just being played on college stations. It's played on underground radio, and I mean, and these artists, they out there.
You're right.
But you're right, because I be listening to some of the young fellas in the hood. They be riding, they have their music on. I be thinking, oh, that shit the same song.
It's just gonna go back.
It's like everybody's like, you don't even need an album anymore. Everybody's just gonna create one hit, and then it's like everybody's gonna have like a great success.
But
I was watching this video. Drake said selling 70 records when he first started was like an L, and now like selling one record is a huge win.
But if you study music, especially rap and hip hop, like the whole culture is being exploited. Like, I see what you say, like America loves hip hop or rap, but it's like the whole culture, because if you can look like every commercial on TV got some kind of hip hop based music behind it, even the whole rap song, or maybe just a quote from the hip hop culture. It's lit. It's like every quote, everything that's on TV. And then for the wave is like, when you look at hip hop, when you look at any type of music like that's modern, the wave is it goes electronic, which is the beat machines and everything. The next wave is when it go back to instruments. Then it's gonna go like, oh man, they playing with a live band for a while, and then it's gonna go back.
That's where it's going.
Yeah, then it's gonna go back
there,
back to drum machines and 808s.
And beats, but beats is here to stay. If you can make beats,
I think what I'm hearing this is what I'm hearing in my reviews, and it's only 3 people I've heard so far. But I'm telling you, I listen to music every day. I listen to like 50 songs, and for the last 5 months, the first time I started hearing it was like drill with rock in it. So I'm talking about guitars, drums. But you got this dude going in there, spitting with the drill, whatever style that is, I know
Chicago.
Yeah, but still drilling, like drill people, like they're gonna get older and mature, and then they want to start singing start making hits with like women and like what's name come on tomorrow night. Your boy, what's your boy name? Ja Rule.
Oh,
There's
okay.
murder, but he started making all them songs about them girls. That's where that money was at. You know what I'm saying? You start making all them hook. They had that formula where you start making all them songs about women. All them songs are blowing up because women. That's what women like. It's only so much. Them drill rappers. There's only so many ops. So many ops you can keep killing.
But then Ja Rule wasn't real derogatory towards women either.
Yeah, that's what
why
I'm saying.
he went against the grain, but everybody else was calling them B's and H's. Ja Rule was like, I'm about to put some sweetener on this boy.
Way. That's how rap music. First, you want to hear people get drilled for a little minute. Then you want to hear some live instruments, and you want to hear, what I'm saying, people talk about the women and make love, and then it go back to the gangster. Because then somebody just like, okay, that's what 50 Cent said. We tired of Ja Rule and all this female music. Now it's time for the gangsters to step back in.
Yeah, you really got to be that first kind of take it from Drake, Take it from Drake because you're talking about Drake is an anomaly.
Yeah, but that's I want to leave Drake alone. Drake on a whole nother level. Like you got to be in all the lanes to be with Drake. You got to be in all the lanes. You got to be in the house music. You got to be in the R&B. What Drake? He done made reggaeton. You got to be in all the lanes. You could do it though with DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, he would say DJ Khaled on all kind of music.
DJ Khaled.
God did. God did.
Wow, dude. Tapping in with those people would be really fire. Tapping in with the people at the top. I feel like, a lot of people. It's interesting because if you take yourself out of perspective, like I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be the one. Cause that's what I did in order to become a music reviewer. I never really had that like, okay, every day I'm waking up, I need to be like famous. I never had that because I didn't make music for that purpose. I just made music with my friends, and then they didn't want to be friends with me anymore, so I kept making it. But
like,
well, so now it's like I think at like that level, I'm like, I'm looking at it and I'm like. What would be cool? Like, I think the idea is that you gotta do it. You gotta just do something. Like, you just gotta do something. You just gotta make that music and drop it. You just gotta make that video guy drop it. You just gotta be so consistent. Like, and just to have fun with it and, like, to keep that, like, good circle of people around you for real, it's so important. Like, having a good, not even a team, but a good family of people who all wanna have success, whether it's, however high that is. It's like, everybody, like, it would be nice to like meet DJ Khaled because you wouldn't need to try any harder at that point. You would already have a record forever. I mean, you look at what's his name, that dude. He made a song with Drake. If I ever that blue dude, whatever. No one knows him anymore. Like I don't even think he literally made one song with Drake. That was it. That's all it took, and his life has changed.
Oh, they stopped my live on the gram. I gotta.
I'm trying to find the young lady that, and you know what? Look who they got on the article. Hustle.
Yeah.
Picture.
Jeffrey.
They got Jeffrey on there with Pink. Hold on. We got G Trill from Unknown Sound on the line, y'all. Yeah, thank you for calling in, G Trill, man. We love you, man. Thank you. And the lady name who wrote the article in the LA Times name is Erica D. Smith. And it was in this past Sunday, I guess yesterday's LA Times. But the article is America Loves Rap, not black people. Don't be fooled by this bill protecting lyrics. And we talked about this before, but what it really get into is how they taking your lyrics and putting your ass in jail. It's talking about some of the stuff that Gay Lisa was talking about, how they prey on us and they get us in jail. I got damn, she says she can't see us.
On the line.
She drilling the hell.
Who can't see us?
Cha Figueroa out there in Cali. She out there LA. She do her thing. She been, we remember when they was here and they're supposed to come on the show, but they had to leave that Monday. They had to leave earlier that Monday. Cha, you can get us on YouTube. This is Bub and Wax show on No Static Radio. And she's an artist. She sings. They had. Do you remember anything called Invisible Lyrics or Visible Lyrics? Invisible Lyrics. That was a station. I mean, I guess same thing with Unknown Sound is. It was a freaking corporation about music, and She was one of the owners, artists, and this woman can blow.
Yeah.
She can sing. She sang the national anthem down at Jacobs Field. She sang out at Herb. She's singing now out at Herb Alpert's Club in L.A. Cause they moved. They left Cleveland for a minute. Remember I told you somebody that got in on the Bitcoin early hustle.
Yeah.
These ladies did, and Jid could hook you to the shoot. Them on, they ain't gotta get them go to work no more. But she sings and she got so much freaking talent. And she's from Cleveland. They're actually from Cleveland, and they just moved out there, and they just fell into it. You know how God bless you sometimes.
Yeah.
And he decided to bless these two, her and her wife, and her son. Um, Alex, man, I seen him when they came home. He was tall, man. And when I was last time, he was like a little bitty dude, man. He in high school now. Cha-cha, I hope you can find it and get in on here, but you can call us at 216-939-5087. This is No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. Let me see something real fast. Oh, this is important. This is very important because now y'all see how they trying to play Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
And he was no criminal charges was brought up against him.
Yeah.
But these civil charges, he done paid them all off except for one. But and they pressing this man. They taking money out of his pocket. They making him a fucking albatross. But there's a dude, he came out of San Diego State this year. His name was Matt Arezia.
Yeah.
He was a punter. The Buffalo Bills drafted him with a high pick. And people don't just draft kickers with high picks. Because you can get a kicker.
Yeah.
You can go get a kicker off the street.
Yeah.
And he was a punter. But he was the best punter in the country. And it came out during just like last week. Him and two of his teammates at San Diego State, they raped a 17-year-old girl. She was drunk at a party, at a frat party.
Yeah.
And he's saying it was consensual. And he better get your lawyer, bro. And the thing about it is, the NFL, and I mean, I don't know if Arezia is Hispanic. Well, it probably is. He probably grew up in California. But I seen one picture of him, and he looked like the other type of persuasion. But the thing is, the Buffalo Bills cut his ass because they don't want the heat.
Yeah.
Now, he going to end up back in the NFL one day, and is he going to get suspended for 11 days? Because he came out and admitted, yes, I had sex with her, but his line there said it was consensual. She can't consent if she's drunk.
That's how it was because the Buffalo didn't one of them dudes from Tennessee back when I was living in Tennessee. They're back in the 90s, early 2000s, late 90s. One of them dudes from Tennessee, a lot of them, all them dudes was down there with Peyton Manning having sex with them girls, and they was in the news. Leonard Little hit somebody drunk. Travis Stevens, I think it was Travis Stevens or Travis Henry, one of them.
Travis Henry
went to
Leonard
Buffalo.
Little.
Then they go to Buffalo, and they already done had some flack. They don't want no more.
Then,
They
Travis
don't want
Henry.
no more smoke. Buffalo.
They had them dudes up there, especially Travis Henry, because they ran Travis Henry out of town.
Yeah.
But go to Leonard Little real fast. He was on the Super Bowl team with the Rams.
Yeah.
When they was in St. Louis. But Leonard Lewis had an alcohol problem.
Yeah.
He killed 2 people
Leonard Little. Yeah.
with his car.
Yeah.
And he was drunk.
Yeah. I
And
remember that.
he ran into a gas pump, one of the gas pumps at the station, drunk. I mean, I hope he got his life together, but I mean, because he went to jail. And when he came back, the Rams brought him back, But then he ended up doing the same thing.
You know what's interesting? It's so interesting because, as a lot of people have high expectations for other people, and especially this day and age with enough examples on the news and like enough people around you telling you that, race is wrong or, You know, like if you're over 18, why would you get with somebody who's 17? Like you're in college as well. Like you play football in college, that's just sad. Like you got no game.
He was a senior. He was a senior, and his teammates was upperclassmen too. First of all, the 17-year-old girl, she on campus at this party at a frat house. So the first thing they should have said was, "Yo, you got to go." Cause we ain't trying to have no, we don't need no smoke.
Just look at Law and Order, man. Anytime you have a frat house, some alcohol and girls, it ain't never gonna end well. Ever.
Well, look at it like this.
Especially if you got something to lose.
Well, this dude got cut, but he gonna play in the NFL. Cause once all the stuff, and he ain't signed no contract yet, so. If you don't get him in criminal court, you ain't going to civil court because he ain't signed no contract yet. Should have waited till he signed his contract, baby.
You don't deserve it. And, like, people, there's, talk about, I just think that's wrong. I mean, you can't just live, like, the rest of your life and just, like, get to win, Like, you screwed up. Now you have to go knock on everyone's door, tell them who you are. Like, that's your life now. You can't go back. You should have asked for an ID. Shouldn't have found a girl wasted next to the pudge and said, "Hey, come to my bedroom. Let's watch.
But it's
play
sports.
Fortnite."
It's sports. It's football. It's football, and it depends on what level. Like if he would already had a contract, and if he'd have been like 6 years in and the star player that won a couple of Super Bowls, you know what I mean? He could have paid it off.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah. Ben, he could have paid it off. He could have paid. Yeah, Kobe.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, you can pay people off, but he wasn't in that level yet to where he could pay.
He ain't even signed no contract yet. Y'all should have waited till he signed the contract. Cause y'all ain't gonna get no joke. He gonna go to jail because they gonna get him on criminal charges. But first and foremost, no mean no, and you came out and said it was consensual. But from all the reports, he had sex with her outside. Then they took her to his room, and the two teammates came in there, and they all had sex with her against her will, and she was drunk. All y'all gonna be in jail.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The thing is, people don't realize is girls don't want to get, like, I hear, you hear the situations, when I was in high school, yeah, that girl's getting trained. You're like, wow, like, I didn't know her. But, like, in real life, like, you only see that, like, in porn. You're not actually going to somebody's house and, like, 5 dudes are railing one girl. Like, it's not happening. But they're teammates, they're bros. And I think there's a little that is also an issue, There's a little bit too much of the, I don't know, that's just messed up. You let it's not right. You're just letting all your homies hit. She's out of it. Like, that's just the saddest thing ever. It's like
and football is a game where you hype up, you crashing into bodies, you hitting people. It's a rough, violent game, and you've been playing it since you was 8 or 9. Now you done made it to college or the NFL. Your brain ain't really working right. Only thing you know is football plays.
Something going on, man.
And then you out there thinking you a god because nobody ever told you no. So why is this young lady gonna tell me no? And she at my spot at my party.
And I done took some growth for them all.
And I'm
people
crazy.
Need somebody. People need somebody to look up to. I feel like we need a better. Like I feel like there's not somebody like that as a whole. People can look up to, like a good person
people.
To like get like a good example off of them, like somebody that they would really respect. Like even like our president, like he falls, like he's.
Oh, you ain't seen Joe Biden in 7 months.
Yeah, I ain't seen him. Where is Joe Biden at, man? Where is he at?
Hey, G Trill, I got somebody keep texting me. They want to call in, bro. You can call in this boy anytime. Read the article. We're gonna talk about it next week if we on the air live.
Thanks for calling, G.
Thanks for calling, baby. If you see John, tell him I said don't eat all the turkey up.
Y'all have fun.
You too. Thank you, brother. No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. 216-939-5087 is the number to call in. That was G Trill from Unknown Sound. And we might go out with some of his shit today. You never know.
Yeah, John ain't gonna eat the turkey.
We had
vegetarian. He been eating some stuff.
Well, vegetarians, they got vegetarian hamburgers.
Yeah, impossible.
But yeah, real impossible.
Yeah. It's all kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that was
on,
G Trill, man.
yeah.
And Roland from University Heights, we hope you're okay. We ain't heard from you in a few weeks, but
I'm
gonna run over some stuff real quick. East Cleveland police chief, he got arrested, fed charges on taking money, stealing money, doing stuff, and
Rico.
I didn't get Rico. I'm about to call off all the Ricos real quick. I didn't even know he was white, but he going to jail. Little Baby, one of his artists, what's his name? Dirty K.
Yeah.
Dirty K KK. His name is Kentavious Wright. Kentavious is the one down there shot that 3-year-old baby.
Yeah.
When they had that little shootout, they got him. Kentavious. Your ass going to jail. Dirty KK or whatever, Dirty KK, whatever your damn name is, you going to jail. Jeffrey, now, who the hell is this?
But Little Baby, man, you can't be y'all need to chill with that. You can't be giving people a bag full of money on Instagram, stuff like that, TikTok, cause that's
I don't do TikTok.
they looking the feds is watching and be like, who paying taxes on this money? Y'all keep laundering this money. Y'all handing bags and bags full of money back and forth. Ain't nobody paying their taxes. Y'all think everything's sweet, but it ain't that sweet, man. You can't just give somebody $250,000 for their birthday on Instagram.
James Harden. Well, James Harden just told
And be in there like Adrian Bronner. Y'all gonna be in court like Adrian Bronner talking about I ain't got no money. My friends just got money. They're gonna be like, okay,
buddy.
you going to jail.
It was a story, Cleveland locally. It was an event, you know how they had a back to school events where they give away book bags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was one over on the east side. One of the police officers who was there, he got stung by a bee. And he allergic to bees. And he left his EpiPen at the house. This lady, Tamika Johnson, she ran all the way to her house, ran back, and hit him with the EpiPen. One of her kids suffered from the same thing, you know. And saved this man's life, man. Saved his freaking life. And, you know, of course, the police now, Cleveland police, they ain't got nothing but love for her family, and the community. Don't let no recording say we unavailable, man. We available. Can't you see me sitting here? Did you hear G Trill? There go Hustle Carter over there. You dialing the wrong number, man.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Did you get any money from Puffy yet? Because I need my cut. We are available. Cha-Cha, she said she couldn't see us. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I see us. We haven't had any breaks in the deal, but you can call 216-939-5087. No Static Radio, baby. Check your lines, he said. Okay, we about to check it. Check the line right quick. Mace tripping. While you checking the line, I don't know where to go with that. Oh, it was a mass shooting in Coney Island yesterday. 1 dead, 4 injured. Let's see. Kentucky had another mass shooting, 2 dead, 4 injured. Remember, not too long ago, Kentucky had a mass shooting. Let me see. $100,000 fine, life in prison if you have an abortion in Texas now. So you know everybody's snitching, right, bro? The snitch factor done went up a lot. A whole lot. So, Sub City, Cleveland Heights, Lee Road, Cedar and Lee. Check them out. Sub Cities, across from Heights High School, Cedar and Lee. Check them out. There was a lady named Lori McClintock. She is the wife of a Republican senator. I bet you got it in this time there, didn't didn't you, buddy? Hey, buddy, I bet you there just got in there this time there, didn't you, buddy? Making all that noise. Oh, that was you checking? Cause we wasn't. Did you hear that loud shit, mate? We live. But this lady, Lori McClintock, her husband is a U.S. Senator, and that's the number, buddy, 216-939-5087. She was taking this, like, you know how they do them little diet things or whatever they call them. Won't let you in. I ain't gonna try again. But she took something called white mulberry leaf.
Yeah.
And that was she was using to lose weight or something, whatever. She died. Don't take no damn white mulberry leaf. 216-939-5087. I'm trying to figure out why you're having such a hard time, bro. I'm trying to figure out why Cha-Cha from out there in L.A. couldn't get in. That was weird, man. But she said she couldn't see us, so she probably could hear us. So check us out, man. Do what you do. Keep on trying. We will get to you. If you keep on trying, you'll get somewhere in life. Did you see? Now, I don't watch TikTok, but if somebody showed me something, and it had white potato salad. This lady made some white potato salad, and it was milky, and I don't know what the hell was it. And you know what she topped it off with? She cut up 2 cans of vanilla sausage and put it in there. And she said that was potato salad. What color was she? She was white. The white potato salad, white woman made some fucked up shit.
Cause the way these younger females is today, I don't know.
Oh, well, they don't even know how to make potato salad. They just go to Dave's and buy it.
So I said, I can't call that.
They go to Dave's and buy it, then they don't get the one with the egg in it and the mustard. Yeah. They go get the first potato salad they see.
Yeah.
Now,
with the parsley game.
Yeah, fucked up. But she made, if you go in there, it's called white potato salad. This damn lady made, I was the ugliest, nastiest looking shit. I know ain't nobody eating that. Hot Boy, he got a New York rapper, music entertainer. Yeah. Got popped, he on getting RICO charges. That's all I wrote. Hot Boy RICO. So the RICO charges piling up on y'all. Y'all must not be too damn bright.
Y'all need to chill.
It was a mass shooting in Houston too. But yeah, they about to get RICO charged. He running with some people up there in New York. They got the little chart with him at the top, and then you know like Sergio and Jeffrey and all them was coming all the way down. Lil Baby, your ass out the way, Lil Baby.
And then they go till we said the other week that somebody was snitching already. Then they talking about the Fulton County DA has confirmed that somebody is willing to testify.
They got them ops out there, baby.
I was like, man, of course somebody's willing to testify.
Because they don't want to do them 79 months in the Fed joint.
Anytime they say new charges that develop on, we ain't got to be a rocket scientist. You don't watch enough episodes of the first 48, and you don't even have to watch that. You can just be common sense to tell you anytime they got new charges on somebody told. I remember when I was in high school and one of the dudes got in trouble. When we was in high school, some dudes got into some trouble and got to robbing and gun went off and somebody got killed. And how that was when we learned when the newspapers say it was 4 suspects. And then one of it was a new story unfolded. And then it said a witness. So when the suspect turned to a witness, you know what I mean? You know what time it is.
He's telling on y'all.
Yeah.
He ain't going to jail. He cut the deal first.
Yeah.
He gonna cut the best deal.
So now you ain't a suspect no more. Now you're a witness. You know what time it is. You don't
flip the script.
How'd you go from suspect to witness? And yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. You know what time it is. I'm trying to get 1129 probation. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get 1129 probation, and y'all gonna get the months. Y'all
gonna get the months.
Yeah.
And we ain't talking about 2, 3, 12 months, 24 months. We talking about 36, 48, 56 months.
Oh, no. We talking about 300, 400
Oh, yeah. They got them dudes. They got them right where they want them. Speaking of criminals, Marcus Williamson, he played for Ohio State a couple of years ago. Could be in the NFL playing football.
Yeah.
He down in Memphis kidnapping people and robbing them. How many months he gonna get? Just because you play football for Ohio State, bruh, it ain't gonna help you, bruh. It's not going to help you. Mr. Marcus Williamson, you going to jail, bruh. You kidnapping people. You robbing people.
You only got to do one. You got to do one, man. You can't
He
kidnap
did two.
and rob.
He did two, both, and he tried it twice, and he got caught the second time.
You either got to kidnap or you got to rob. You can't kidnap and rob.
And you better just go and rob, man.
I mean, I'm not giving y'all
time.
Don't get no ideas. I ain't giving you no advice. But if you gonna be a criminal, just pick one crime, man. You can't be out here doing too much. You doing too much.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be a stick up, man, because I'm not kidnapping nobody. Because kidnapping is a federal crime, and they start off with 25 months. That's before they even add in the gun. Yeah. And if you touch them, that means you beat them up. I mean, nah, I'm cool, man. Yeah. I'm gonna be a stick up, man. I'm gonna get 3 years and I can get out in 1.5. Oh, I didn't mention this last week, but Michael K. Williams from The Wire and what is it, Boardwalk, whatever. He wrote his autobiography was coming out actually right before he passed away. And the name of his autobiography is Scenes from My Life by Michael K. Williams. Yeah. I'm going to buy that as soon as it hits the streets because that's going to be a good read, and that's something that I want to read myself personally. I was going to talk about Freddie and Benny the Butcher, and they talk about putting pictures up on Instagram with one of them's ex and all that other good stuff. And they said she was doing some dirty stuff. But go on, leave that. I mean, and what's this fashion line that stole the brother's idea? What they call that shit intellectual property. Balenciaga, whatever that shit. Yo, what's up, man? Who is this?
Man,
what?
Up in the time. By the time y'all unlock the phones, what's up?
Hey, Mace, what's happening? Did you get some money from Puffy yet? And I know you're joining Death Row.
No. I'm Murder Inc., baby. I'm Murder Inc. Hold on. Yeah. What's up, Hustle? What's
going on, mate?
Oh.
Hey, look, man. Let me. Hold on. Let me go.
What about the Buffalo punter? What about the Buffalo punter?
Let me. First of all, what you fail to realize, Buffalo knew about this when they had his ass on the screen for about a month.
Of course.
And they refused to do something about it.
They drafted him in April. The end of April, right? The draft is at the end of April, right?
Yeah.
They did the background check. The NFL did the background check. And he was still on the team up until the story came out. Come on, man.
Bingo.
But he gonna come back. He gonna get in the NFL. And if he don't go to jail, if he snitch on the other two dudes and get 11 months probation, like Hustle was talking about, he gonna get back in the NFL because he's too talented of a football player. Even though he ain't nothing but a punter.
Okay, I'm going devil's advocate, man, and I got to do this, and I'm trying to do it right. And the reason I'm going this way because one thing that really got me, and this is when they had the Buffalo shooting at the shopping center.
Yeah, they had one of them someplace else, in Oregon, this past weekend at a shopping center.
Yeah, I saw that. But Buffalo, the DA, and there was something interesting he said, and he had a point. And we got to look at it this way. He said, we're going to prosecute and dig up all evidence for the full extent, but until then, this guy, this shooter, is innocent until proven guilty. And as much as I hate to say that, and we had to say the same thing about Deshaun Watson, we should have said the same thing about Big Ben and Winston. But, here's the thing, man. It's only 4 people that know what happened. And like Hustle said, you and I both know frat house, alcohol, weed, whatever, women don't go. It just don't work out.
You know, you're a professional because you used to go down to Kent State in the 70s, bro.
Yeah. I used to hang out with the Qs, and none of that stuff ever went down. They didn't keep no women up in there that I knew of. And when they did, when it was some women, it was doing class time, studying or whatever. That late night weekends, no. Qs, alphas, I hung out
They
with
would have
both of
been,
them. They were
them
cool.
girls back then would have beat your ass if you talk about taking something from them. Because they could
They
could drink just as good as you could.
The frat brothers would have whooped off in your ass back then, especially them Qs. They was crazy as hell anyway, and I loved it. But
Yeah, man. So I mean, we know this dude is he going to jail unless he tell on them
But
other
no,
two dudes.
here's the funny thing about it. He wasn't even the best punter. We got the best punter.
We got the best place kicker. I know that. Well, Buffalo used a high pick to draft that dude because they thought he was thought he was so damn good. But oh well, that's his fault. You know, he ain't signed no contract yet, so he ain't got no money. His parents gonna have to pay for his lawyer. Yeah, and we are innocent until proven guilty, unless you are a certain shade of color. And then too, I'm gonna go back to Deshaun Watson too, man. If I ain't did nothing, I ain't settling.
I ain't paying for it.
I'm Michael Jackson. If I ain't did nothing, I ain't settling. I'm not settling, man.
But what I found out is when you pay off civil suits, that's not an admission to guilt. And I'm like, well, what the hell?
Of course not.
You paying somebody that is accusing you of something, you paying them to go away.
Well, first and foremost, you ain't got to admit it. We all know, because if you didn't, when you come out, and all these people that do this, when they first come out, the first thing they say is, those are lies. I didn't do it. My lawyer gonna come and talk for me. I didn't do it. I didn't. And then somewhere down the road, we done paid them off. Yeah, you paid them to go away, and they can't say They can't say that you're guilty. But you know what? We already know, bro. We already know, because if you didn't do it, you wouldn't have gave up no money, man.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money Michael Jackson paid out for them to go away?
You know, Johnny Cochran Johnny Cochran said, "Hey, Mike."
I don't know exactly how them civil suits work though, but it's like you don't have to admit it because they find you guilty. It's like a court. If they find you guilty, I don't know how they do it, but if you find you guilty, you can be like, oh, I think it might be like you can refuse to pay, but they go in your shit. You know how to
OJ.
Yeah, they go in your shit, right?
Well, I mean, and then two more civil suits. It's a judge is the one who's gonna render the verdict. It's not in front of juries.
They don't need as much evidence either as far as criminal.
Yeah, they don't need that much evidence. Like the prosecutors got to prove it. In a civil case, they don't. All they got to do is get whoever gonna make the verdict think, well, damn, yeah, they did do that. I got proof, But now, it's crazy, man.
Here's the thing. That judge on Watkins' case looked at everything and all the evidence, and she said, for what she saw, what he did, he must have did something. I don't know. It wasn't
criminal. He did do something, man, but
he did something. But don't know what it was. Don't know. And nowadays, if you say the wrong thing, it's considered. If I say something to a young lady, well, hey, how you doing, dear? How you doing, honey?
Sexual harassment.
She take that the wrong way. That's sexual harassment.
Well, look, and you want to hear something real ironic that's on the total other end of this joke? The National Conference for Massage Therapists is being held in Cleveland this week.
Wow.
Yeah. Ain't that ironic?
Yeah. Wow.
The National Conference of Massage Therapists, Deshaun Watson. Don't go down there, okay?
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that.
You better stay away from that. Rory McIlroy won the FedEx Championship yesterday, too. He came back from 6 strokes down, and he won.
Okay.
That was cool at East Lake down in Georgia, and Atlanta, where they got the monkeypox. more than any place else. Y'all better quit fooling around down there and spreading this monkeypox shit. I'm about to get fired up. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm hanging in there, man, hanging in there. Let me hit y'all up with one more thing before I head on out and get some rest.
Hit it.
I've been keeping up with Murder Inc. That the show that's coming on.
Yeah.
And you know, my brother, Gotti, I give it to him. He is one of the few brothers that got in this business, and Hustle could probably tell me more than what I know, but it seems like from what, you know, it's been on TV, he's one of the few brothers that got into this business without slinging.
Yeah.
Just slinging vinyl and everything. Even though he did start, you know, taking that X and all that, and messing around.
But that was
But
after all the fame. That was after all the fame. He went for a long time before he started doing.
Yeah.
When they say at the beginning of it, he didn't do drugs or drink or none of that.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing. And you know what? That reminds me of Huey P. Newton when he was with the Panthers, man. That brother didn't mess with. You know good well. It was
just like
after
the
Panthers.
Yeah, it's just like what they say. If you stay in the barber shop long enough, you're gonna get your haircut.
I heard that in the AA meeting one time. But no.
If you keep going to the playground, you're gonna get on the swing, you know.
Yeah, buddy.
But just like with Gil Scott Heron, man. That brother was deep. Oh my, I mean, he was deep. And then for some reason he said, let me try it. And that was it.
Well, Gil Scott was getting down with the weed and stuff, you know, back. But he flipped the script.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing that.
You know what, bro?
Off the deep end.
And you know I love you, man. You know I love you. I trust you with my life, man. And you one of the coolest cats I've ever known. But
likewise, man, the feeling is
remember we used to, because Jerry called me when we was coming up the stairs, me and Hustle, and we was talking. But remember when we used to put the needle on that record, Angel Dust by Gil Scott Heron?
Angel Dust? Yeah, because we were.
It was so much dust floating around that damn room, man. I mean, all you needed was one freaking joint of dust, especially back then. But no, everybody want to roll up their own joint of dust.
All one joint for about 5, 6, 7 people.
And guess what? Everybody rolled up their own joint. And was walking around like astronauts.
Let me share something.
But we had fun back then.
Bub always brings up that situation about my buddy I used to hang with named Jack and all the roaches. Well, Jack ran and we hooked up with this guy in his it might have been in his apartment upstairs. And this guy was slinging dust. And now, you know, a bag of dust was like $10. You should get like maybe 4 or 5 joints. This brother was packing it in. We was getting about 20 joints.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to kill y'all. Or either he was high.
He knew what he was doing. Because we kept coming back, and then after a while, it kept getting thinner and thinner. Then he said, okay, well, I got me a market now. But this brother, when he first started slinging it, man, oh my God. And I'm like, damn, this guy must not know what he got. But yeah, he knew what he was doing. The car, that place, oh my God. Salesman. He was a good salesman because you know how we do. Once you get him in, it's over with.
Back then, everything was good. But no fake shit rolling around that end.
Look, I got one more for you, then I'm gone. When I was in Penn State, up on the floor I was staying on, it was the 5th or 6th floor. All your floors had study lounge, you know, glass all the way around. So when you're walking down the hall, you look in the study lounge, see who in there. It was this white guy named Lee. And he was in there making these, I forgot what kind of, what do you call them? These, man, I'm drawing a blank.
Too much dust.
These, these lampshades, like, the church windows have, I forget what you call them. But he was making these nice lampshades, and they had this. I forgot the kind of glass you call it, but it wasn't tinted. Oh boy.
Stained glass?
But anyway, huh?
Stained glass?
Stained, that's it, yeah. And he was, man, he knew what he was doing. And I noticed Lee would have a corncob pipe in there. And he would be puffing away, doing his little thing. And he had a solder gun, soldering the edges together, putting the glass in there. So I said, Lee, how you, that look nice. And we would talk. And he said, here, get this, man. And it was a mini smell. I'm like, I think this was one of the, right before it was hit to dust. And I hit that thing once, and I had to sit down. I was froze. And man, we sat up there and talked, and I watched him solder these pieces together, these stained glass lampshades. Man.
Oh, I've seen some of them before, actually. I've seen a couple of those things.
I don't know how he was doing it on the dust, man. I mean, he had this corn cob pipe.
He was creative. Sometimes you can do some shit and it brings out your creative side. But it ain't gonna keep bringing it. It ain't gonna bring it out forever. Cause you keep doing it, you ain't gonna have no creative side.
Let me tell you, my creative wheels started turning, and they were saying, "All right, how can you get this brother stash without him knowing?" Yeah, that's my creative. Yeah.
Now you trying to be a thief.
I ain't messing with him.
Good, bro. That's a good thing, man. That's so cool, man. But yeah, man. Thank you for calling. You know you my dude, man. I ain't want to put you out there like that on the dust game, but I see you smoking with you, bro.
Hey, man, ain't no shame. I ain't got no shame in my game, man.
Hey, check out Michael K. Williams' book, Scenes from My Life. That's his autobiography. It's coming out, bro. It's gonna be a great read. Michael K. Williams. Omar from The Wire.
Oh man, I love that brother.
And Boardwalk
Damn, I wish he had got his stuff. But see, a lot of folks ought to realize addiction ain't no joke.
No, it's not.
No joke. I've been sober going on almost close to 40 years. And it was fairly easy for me. And the reason why, because I established a foundation when I got out of rehab. I established a serious foundation. Because I sat up and listened to all them stories about relapses. I sat up and watched folks who've been in the program for 20, 30 years relapse. And I don't know if I got a relapse in me, man, where I could come back from,
I know I don't.
I listen. I listen to these old schoolers, man, telling me what they've been through and, how they did it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to treat this like I'm in some kind of construction company. And I'm going to just let them give me the tools. And I'm going to go ahead and just build this foundation and just continue to build on top of it, continue to build. Hey, I'm out of here, my brother. Love y'all. I'll check y'all out. Keep teaching them. Love y'all, man.
We'll talk to you again soon. Dave Kendrick, what's happening? You call this show at 216-939-5087. What's up, Dave? This is the voice of the revolution, No Static Radio. I'm Wax, that's Hustle. This is the Bub and Wax extravaganza. Let me see. You got anything, Hustle? Because I got a whole bunch of stuff. J.C. Treader retired from the Browns. Eddie George said his son is a very good football player, he said he can't go to Jackson State with Deion Sanders, and he can't go to Michigan because Eddie George went to Ohio State. I'm like, damn, bro. That's his name, Julio Rodriguez. He got a contract in baseball. He's 21. He got $210 million. If he play out the whole contract, he can get $470 million guaranteed. The Indians in first place still. A sorry team is coming to town, so they should sweep them. I'm gonna start calling the what you call them, the Tribians, like the Guardians / tribe, because people still be getting mad about the tribe. Cause I started to wear some real deep Cleveland Indian stuff in here today, man, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
There's still people be wearing the Indians game, man. It's still
of course. Let me see something. Chris Breezy.
Uh-oh.
He said, "Why don't y'all just stop, get back, and let me be great?"
Uh-oh.
He said, "Why don't nobody be inviting him on all these TV shows, award shows, and all that stuff?" That's what he's crying about right there.
Yeah.
Because he was in New Mexico doing a concert. I guess he was looking at some Mexicans, but
Some new Mexicans.
Some new Mexicans. But first of all, he need to get that lady that $1 million back that he stole from her in Houston for that fundraiser.
No, because he is charging fans $1,000 a pop for the meet and greet.
See, that's why
Man,
you ain't. That's why you ain't never gonna beat Drake. Because you charging people $1,000 and Drake ain't charging them nothing when he had one.
And you about to get caught up, man, having all these people sitting on your lap and all that.
Yeah, he already had a rape charge. He beat women. So, because actually, I think the case just got dismissed against him, where this woman had filed charges against him, putting his hands on her.
Yeah.
Your boy, though, see, Chris Breezy, Jesus Breezy.
He ain't gonna be satisfied, man.
He ain't tell he going to jail.
Yeah, some people you can't, man. You can't.
He going to jail. The big Jail.
Oh, no.
The jelly house. No, because he's stupid. First of all, but now see, on the other hand, your boy.
It's like you could be chilling. Like Chris Brown, you the type dude that need to just chill and stay. Like when you quiet, you need to just be quiet. Don't try to get make no noise, man.
He mad at Drake. He want to be Drake when he grow up.
Yeah.
But he needs to stop and just try to be Chris Brown. Get that lady her money back. You stole $1 million from her for a benefit concert. Yeah. They was gonna pay your punk ass. Let me see. What was I? Oh, on the other side of that coin, young boy ain't never broke again.
Yeah.
You heard he signed a $60 million deal.
Yeah.
Was it with no limits?
Nah, Cash Money.
Cash Money records. Okay.
You should have went the Death Row with Snoop.
Yeah, it been nice.
Hollered at Snoop like, look, I don't know Snoop didn't holler at him, but I don't know if I would have signed with Birdman. Bro, you already got a name for yourself. Like, why are you not just independent? Yeah. Why are you not just independent?
That would make sense.
Birdman, you see what Lil Wayne them had to go through.
They were putting contracts out on Birdman.
Yeah, getting their money. Get their money. Now, why would you do that? Yeah,
well, Birdman
is like the
maybe he's different
20,
now.
No, he ain't different. Birdman, the 2020. He the 2020 Suge Knight, man.
Oh my God, if he that bad, damn. Hey man, you better give him that money back. I hope you ain't taking no money up front. Cause if he doing that Suge Knight shit, man, ooh Lord. Death Row was a mess when Suge Knight got his hands.
Birdman said, young boy, he told him he gonna be the next $1 billion rapper. And Birdman just trying to get.
Birdman lying.
I don't even think he got $60 million if he said he paid Wayne them back, because he said he paid Wayne and Nicki and everybody
paid all them off.
Cash.
So that means he ain't got no money.
Yeah.
And then too, he fooling with one of the wrong cats if he ain't got no $60 million.
You do the math.
Yeah, you do the math on Birdman, because I know he got some gunners with him too.
Trying to get in on her chips. They probably told her like, yeah, he trying to get in on your chips. Tony Braxton. How did Birdman? I don't know, man.
Birdman was kind of crooked back then, I know, but I thought he changed his ways.
Man, come on now.
I guess a sheep don't never change his wool.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ari Spears?
Yeah.
Ari Spears said some real foul stuff about Lizzo.
Yeah, that's what they was saying.
And Mike Epps came out and said, look, man, you don't do that shit. Mike Epps.
That's what they were saying. The person with the dark circles around their eyes looking like a raccoon with a dirty, dusty outfit on. Got the nerve to talk about somebody putting some, what do you say, put the eclairs down so he can pick it up.
So he can pick up the eclairs. I got some eclairs in the donuts in there today, y'all. But no, but Mike Epps checked them. Mike Epps told him, no, we not having that. We're not having that. And then, Lizzo came out and said, She said, "Shut the fuck up. I'm famous. What
Yeah.
you doing?"
And dude, he better like he ain't talked to dude. He ain't got on it yet. He been staying out the news. The baby,
Oh, the
because he
baby
be
man,
always.
Hey.
The baby always be on. She be having pics on the Instagram. They always be putting the baby be on there.
The baby ain't been on there, bro.
Yeah, commenting.
He ain't doing nothing.
Trying to holler. He trying to holler at Lizzo on the all in her DMs.
Right.
Yeah.
The baby ain't been doing nothing.
He must be in album mode because he have been real quiet.
He been real quiet.
He ain't been shooting nobody. He might be on house arrest.
Well, he ain't shot nobody since, when he left the window open out in L.A.
Yeah, that ain't like the
But
baby. Be real quiet like
that was foul, man. Aries Spears' career, it was good at one time, but Aries Spears, he like Capone and they tell the same jokes. They been telling the same jokes for fucking 30 years.
I don't think I ever got into his stand up. I just remember he always did that one, but everybody always like you said, he wasn't the original. He was doing the Mad TV.
Yep,
and he did the cross-eyed Mike Tyson. But everybody do Mike Tyson.
But and his show, like I said when we were talking about Martin before, like Melanie Camacho, if you've seen her once, you've seen her 1,000 times, because she's saying the same shit she was saying in 1999. Yeah. Aries Spears is the same way.
But I ain't never seen him do nothing like.
I seen him doing stand up. It didn't do much for me when I went and saw him doing stand up.
Mad TV was like a knockoff for Saturday
Night Live.
Anyway, like that's where you would go. You couldn't make it Saturday Night Live. You was on Mad TV.
Mad TV. But how many people from Mad TV really made it famous? Yeah. It was more people from the what you call it, the Wayans Brothers show made it famous than Mad TV. Let's say this real fast, and then I'm gonna get to my Fat Joe shit. It's a newspaper. It's the oldest black newspaper in England, and it's called The Voice. Prince Charles got the chance to do an editorial and edit it. And two of the interviews that they did was with Idris Elba and this lady. Her name is Doreen Lawrence. Her son was Stephen Lawrence. He got murdered by these 6 white boys when he was standing in a bus stop over in somewhere in South London or something. And his mother kept fighting, and she got them. They in jail. They ain't getting out. But she's a member of Parliament now. So yeah, I mean, I thought that was interesting. A lot of people probably was like, well, who cares about Prince Charles? The Queen rules, and y'all kiss my ass. What's her name? Nene Leakes. Yeah. She got the. You remember she been hollering about they treated her bad and they was racist on what's the name of that damn channel that show that bullshit they on? I can't think of, but I don't even know. Is it E? Is it Bravo? I don't know. The Real Housewives, all that stuff.
I couldn't tell you because I don't keep up.
Yeah, I don't either, but she always run her big ass mouth. But she gonna call racism on the show that gave her chance at anything, and she wouldn't have been. Who ever heard about her ass until the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And she was ghetto. She was the most ghettoest one on there, and she was a backstabber. But then again, all of them on there was backstabbers, from what I understand. And she got paid to go away and sign a non-disclosure agreement to keep her damn mouth shut. Yeah. Guess what? They're going to take their money back because Nene Leakes can't keep her damn mouth shut. She's just a big mouth ass woman who needs to shut the fuck up and get that money. She got like $2 million to shut up. If she would just stayed on that damn show, she'd have made some more money. She's going to be like Wendy Williams in a minute, walking down the street in some house shoes in the bathrobe with nothing. Even though Wendy Williams got a lot of money, her ass just crazy. Let me see. Culture vultures. Fat Joe came out and said, and there's another article, y'all need to look it up. G-Trill, if you're still listening, anybody listening that's in the game, look it up. Fat Joe said Latin people commit what you call that shit? Invented hip hop. Then he want to clean it up and say, and black people.
But
now, Fat Joe.
Man, Fat Joe, we already discussed that Fat Joe's a liar. We already, these is facts. We ain't just come up with this on our own. He always.
But you gotta keep bringing it out here so people can believe you, because it's a damn lie, Fat Joe. The people in the article disputed it.
You can't. They told him he was lying. I want to see Fat Joe.
Fat Joe talking about, I'm from the Bronx. We from the Bronx. We invented it.
He might not even be from the Bronx, man. Fat Joe.
He might be from Staten Island with your boy Pete Davidson. Cause he a lying ass, a fat lying ass. Fat Joe talking about the Latino, and I ain't got nothing against Latinos.
He need to go to Charlemagne. Charlemagne need to get to the bottom of this, Fat Joe, man.
Fat Joe ain't going on there. You crazy? We got a better chance of getting Fat Joe fat ass on here.
But why you listening now? Now it's like all the stuff that I thought Fat Joe was talking about now.
Fat Joe lying.
I think he been lying like all them stories he done told. Like that time he went now, I know he lying. Talking about he went over, where he say, was that with R. Kelly? He went somewhere, talking about he went over there to Africa with somebody. And he was scared to fly, so they told him you gotta go over there and get that African money. And he went over there and he got kidnapped by them. Now I don't believe that now, Fat Joe, because you be lying.
You know Fat Joe ain't went over there and did nothing but came over there and didn't make no money and lied.
It might have been with
got drunk and got lost, and then when R. Kelly and finally found his ass, they threw him on the plane and came back.
Was it R. Kelly? I don't know.
Whoever it was, Fat Joe lied. Fat Joe the same motherfucker said he discovered Bone Thugs and Harmony. So what about Eazy-E, Fat Joe?
Was discovered by him.
That's what they call culture vultures. That's what they call Fat Joe in the article, culture vulture. And DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled signed off on that bullshit.
Yeah. I'm like, they love DJ Khaled, man. They keep giving them something. They just love DJ Khaled.
Yeah, but he was hating on everybody when he was in Cleveland.
Yeah.
On Lil Baby and all everybody that was here, he was hating on them. Like, man, gone, man. And Fat Joe really needs to be gone. Be gone, Fat Joe. Or come back with your next lie. Chelsea Clinton came out and said she was taking Yee out of her iPod rotation or whatever she listened to her music on. Yeah. Taking Kanye West out because of some of the things he said about women. You think Kanye West give a fuck? Obama two daughters still listening to his ass.
Chelsea Clinton. When you get back on the scene? Chelsea
she ain't on the scene. She needed some attention, so she came out and said this bullshit. And not R. Kelly. R. Kelly locked up, but Yee don't care.
Yeah, but when did you decide this? He started saying this stuff about women though. Like was he not saying it before?
She a culture vulture too. She just like that article basically of Americans love rap, but not black people. That's culture vulture shit, man. They preying on somebody's culture, and they don't want to come. That's the new way of coming out saying y'all
culture.
Niggas.
So you trying to cancel them?
They got cancel culture.
That's
they got this
culture
vulture.
Said that he felt like a nigga on the chopping block. Y'all trying to sell him like a nigga on the chopping block. Mike Tyson and the Hulu.
He said that he not satisfied with that little documentary they did on him at all.
In the Hulu game. But
they got a bill in California. It's called Assembly Bill 2799. This bill is like going back to what we were talking about earlier. It's a bill that Gavin Newsom, he gonna run for president, want to pass in California, that he can use your lyrics to put you in jail. And you know who we talking about now?
Yeah.
Talking about black people. Yeah. Talking about Chicano people. He talking about Puerto Rican people. Fat Joe lying ass. He probably moved to California and try to help Gavin Newsom pass the bill.
I think that's why he might be forward thinking. That's what Fat Joe might be doing. He might be forward thinking and telling all these lies. So when they use his lyrics and be like, man, you know I ain't never told the truth. I ain't never told the
Yeah,
truth.
y'all been alive from the beginning. Y'all believe that shit I was saying? And you can tell Fat Joe in line. He got that little fat ass face, his eyes close together. If your eyes that close together and that damn tight, you ain't Asian, you a fucking liar.
Yeah, he might have been forward thinking, so he had to go.
Yeah, it's forward
But
thinking,
they
all right.
didn't believe that. They wasn't hearing that when you were trying to lie and say your accountant messed up your money.
Your money, and you had to go sit down.
Yeah.
But then you trying to get on the damn, see you later, Kim Morrow. What you say? We glad we talk about the Browns crap. We gonna be talking about it on this the 11th. On the 12th we'll be here. That's the first Monday after opening season of the NFL. And the Browns gonna crush Baker Mayfield down in Charlotte. Have a nice day, cuz I love you. Now, back to this. Fat Joe line ass. And the bill, Assembly Bill 2799.
Yeah.
How you gonna want to they already doing it. Jeffrey and them locked up because of what they were saying.
Yeah.
Sergio locked up because of what he was saying. Little baby is staying out the way, and he ain't saying too much. The baby really, really, really out the way, because they know, okay, you talked about you just shot a motherfucker on 4th Street. Guess what? Somebody got shot on 4th Street. Guess who they come looking for? You.
Oh, and what's the name? The AI that was right.
Artificial intelligence?
Yeah, Mecca, whatever the artificial intelligence name was. It was some white dudes that created it. And the AI was hollering nigga culture vulture, hollering nigga and all this, and people didn't sit well with people talking about how the white
I
dudes.
guess they out of business.
Yeah, they wasn't saying it themselves, but they made an AI.
Yeah, they made a fake Michael Jackson or a fake Tupac come out there and say it.
So that didn't sit well with people. So Columbia, whoever, I think it was Columbia, whoever signed
they cut them short.
Yeah, he dropped them. I wonder was any of their money guaranteed? No, they ain't.
No, we had to see how this shit went on first before we guaranteed your ass anything. We paid you the money that you can make your AIs, but the rest of the money, if you don't make no money for us, we ain't doing nothing for you. And
then the dude whose voice it was a black dude. He said he ain't seen none of the money.
Oh, but you were saying nigga. That don't make no sense. I love Eddie George. He said his son can't go to Jackson State with primetime Neon Dion, and they can't go to Michigan. That's a true Ohio State man. Christine Williamson. This lady, she on Sports, and I turned to Sports Center this morning because there wasn't nothing else on, and I really only watch Sports Center unless I didn't see the Indians score their game. The Tribians. That's Indians/Guardians, the Tribians. That's what they call it. And it was a lady on there, her name black girl, Christina Williamson. Nice looking woman. She had her head completely shaved. Very nice looking woman. And I was like, damn. She was talking to one of the dudes that do the NFL analyst. What was this motherfucking man? He used to be a player personnel player in the NFL before he went to TV. But he was looking at her like he wanted something. I mean, he was looking at her. Jeremy Fowler, that's his name. I don't know if Jeremy Fowler married, but Christina Williamson over there on ESPN, you better watch out. Because Jeremy Fowler was looking. You turn your back to look at that screen and that other bullshit, he was looking. Because I was looking. Roy McIlroy won the FedEx Players Championship yesterday. You know how much he got paid for that, bro?
Million.
First place was $18 million. If you don't teach your kid how to play golf or throw baseball left-handed as a pitcher, you ain't doing them right. Yeah. You ain't doing them right because both of them sports you can play till 40 and get paid. He won $18 million. Plus he had won something like $19 million during the course of the season.
Yeah.
He won $18 million for one. You know how much second place was worth? $6 million. Third place was $4.5 million. Look, man, I would have been the one dude. He got $750,000. He was number 48. Yeah. I wouldn't have mind being number 49. I wouldn't mind carrying your damn clubs, cutting the grass, They paid all that money out, and they raised it this year because you know that. Remember we were talking about that golf tour over in Europe that Bill Mickelson, the Live tour that Saudi Arabia's kind of bagging.
Yeah.
They had to raise the money because they know them Saudi Arabians got money together. They'll throw money at a motherfucking cow and make it shit milk.
Yep.
But no, so
All that OPEC
what
money.
you talking about? I'm drunk. Read the message. What you talking about? Ever since she said, and I'm glad y'all didn't put any brown crap on. Brown crap? You mean Brown's gift?
No, she said brown crap in your drink, your crystal light.
Oh, I got it. This was fake. I don't know what this was called, man. This was something else. I reached and grabbed the wrong one, but it's straight lemonade, no sugar. But you don't think when I went to Dave's today, I got my Crystal Light iced tea lemon mix? Shit, I got mine. You better start drinking it. A nutritionist told me to drink. Don't drink. I drank a Pepsi though over the weekend, but I was eating something that I had to have a Pepsi with. Chili dogs. You can't drink none of this shit with no chili dog. It'll come right through you, bro. A Pepsi gonna help some of that shit dissolve.
I gotta catch some of these. What's the name? Give me some chili dogs from Texas. Some of these last little festivals is about to happen.
Ohio City Fest is coming up very soon.
I gotta catch some of these.
What else is going on? Gotta go on Cleveland.com, man, and pull that shit up. Or Scene Magazine. There's a Scene magazines anywhere over there where you stay. They all the festivals being there.
Well, you can get it online. I can get them online.
Yeah, because Ohio City Fest, you know what? I don't give a damn. And my ankle ain't doing too good the last couple of days. But guess what? I'm going to the Ohio City Fest.
I got to.
I don't care. It ain't been going on for 2 years. Mr. Puerto Rican Festival.
Waterloo Arts Festival was Saturday. It was a lot of festivals Saturday.
Waterloo Arts Festival is usually pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't make it out there because I had already went. I was down there Waterloo last weekend. I said, I ain't trying to go all the way. I should have went.
Young lady, that's not gross. That is healthy. I'm a healthy eater now.
I'm gonna get ready for the thing. They might be. If we gonna do the show, if we gonna, I don't know, because if we do, you know, we gonna have that. What's the name? They be. I guess that might be over the weekend though. Might
you know
not be
what?
Too much on Monday. The air show, because the air show will be.
Oh yeah, the air show gonna be flying, don't make a noise.
Yeah.
But we turn up the volume. Guess what? I tell you, we can get Bub to cook a rib. I get him a slab of ribs on Sunday, and then we'll sit on air and eat the ribs on Monday and listen to the airplanes go by.
Yeah.
And just boil some corn on the cob or something. We can have our own shit right here.
Yeah.
Oh, and y'all need to vote. Please, just go vote in November. Vote for somebody, please. I want to get that in. Fat Joe is a liar. We about to get out of here. If you believe anything Fat Joe say, when he said they was up in Connecticut and they was doing his wedding for these rich people, rich Puerto Rican dude who was a big dude in the Puerto Rican mafia, and then Fat Joe hit on his wife. Now this was Big Pun was still alive. He said Big Pun was with him. What's the girl name that was with them real tight? They were up there to perform. Remy Ma was there. And
I don't even know how she got with that crew.
She was better than that. But in fact, Joe say, dude seen him trying to hit on his wife. In fact, Joe said he was drunk. He lying. His eyes was tight together. You got them tight eyes like that, you're a damn lie. Fat Joe. Then he said it was like all of them versus 5 of them. He said Pun got hit to the game first and dipped.
You ain't Latina.
No, you ain't even been hip hop either. But Fat Joe said they got chased. He said they was about to get beat down by about 100 Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Mafia type.
And you got your street cred from tax evasion. Remy Ma shot.
Yeah, Remy Ma. She was the toughest person in y'all crew. At least she did shoot somebody.
Yeah, you gonna get your street cred from tax
evasion. And you ain't even gonna sit down like Wesley Snipes.
And then try to lie and say I didn't know that.
You ain't know. Yeah, right. You were lying. You've been lying for a long time, Fat Joe. George Foreman is like actually being sued. by because they said it was a 13-year-old and 16-year-old. They said George Foreman forced himself on them. And they like adults now, but the statute of limitation for charges that minors could bring up against anybody for sexual assault or anything like that in California is about to run out. So they filed charges.
George Foreman the pastor or George Foreman the boxer?
George Foreman the pastor, the boxer, got the grill, got 5 kids named George. He got 5 boys named George and all his girls named Georgetta.
That must have been boxer George. That wasn't Pastor George, man.
It was boxer. You know, George Foreman used to be a pastor. He found the Lord after Muhammad Ali beat his ass over there in Africa. He came back to Houston and started being a preacher.
Yeah, that had to be boxer George. Pastor George.
Well, the one pastor up in New York that want to fight D.L. Hughley, he kind of quiet now. Because he got about putting up millions of dollars and got robbed of millions of dollars. He going to be sitting in jail with Fat Joe on some tax evasion. I know he ain't paying no taxes. Whatever that dude's name is. This is 424 in Cleveland, Ohio. This is No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. Call the Trauma Recovery Center if you having issues, man. 216-644-5487. Man, they can get you on and guide you so you ain't got to go through all that pain. On the 24th, I Can't Breathe. This is being put on by the Unapologetic 12. This is a stage play. They might let me open up as a comic. $20 to get in. Nothing at the door. Hustle, you got anything you want to tell these people before we run? I can't run, but we leave it.
Be easy. Hopefully y'all get blessed today. Get blessings.
It's coming.
Blessings.
That windfall that the Lord gonna get you. Oh, and Facebook had to come up on $4.9 billion for that thing with Cambridge Analytica, that British firm over there that Donald Trump got them to steal all the people's information off Facebook, and Facebook just gave it to them. And they had proof because Sheryl Sandberg retired. Mark Zuckerberg, he don't want to talk, but they had to get up off 4.9 billion. Suckers. This is No Static Radio, Bub and Wax Extravaganza. If we here next week, you will know I will put it on Facebook, I'll put it on Instagram, and if we here next week, we're going to have a slab of ribs. Hustle going to be eating some, I'm going to be eating some. Hustle can start that shit up over there and come sit in this chair while we eat, or he can eat over there. I'm going to have my brown crystal light back too. Kimberly Morrow. This is Voice of Revolution. See y'all later. If we offended anybody in any way, we sincerely apologize. Tune in next week and we'll do it again. We going out with G Trill.
Yeah.
See ya. G Trill. It's you.
Trill. Flick.
She gon' hit my phone. She gon' be like, baby, please come over, no one's home. I'm gon' be like, on the way, on the lane, straight to your bed. Yeah, we fucking all night, all day. If you tell me to roll them on your page just to think about it. But you with me, cause I got red bottoms. What? Yeah, real shit. You with me, cause I got red bottoms.
Yeah, I ain't really trying to mention the hood.